I love my life. I love my body. Yeah, I love myself. Yeah. Welcome to these daily love streams with Shaft Uddin, coming live and direct from Royal Park Stockholm. These are in association with Desert Flower Scandinavia, a beautiful, powerful, much needed charity around raising the awareness and helping people overcome trauma when it comes to female genital mutilation. We have a series of events that are happening this fall and winter. The first one is on Sunday, October the 4th. The Revolution, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every single Sunday from October the 4th. My mission here in Stockholm is to help as many people overcome disconnection, isolation, depression, any form of mental health issues, as well as feeling lonely and isolated. Winter is coming. We are a beacon of plant-based foods, human transformation, as well as wealth, health and wellness. So we've got a beautiful series of conscious events coming up. The sober raves. If anyone's been following my Instagram, you know the communities I've been in. Every single Sunday or once a week we come together in a big gathering. All the different bubbles form one big bubble. And we come together in dance, music, singing, dancing. And it's always a transformational experience. It's a form of meditation. And it's the best way to drop out of your head and into your body, especially if there's so many amazing people around. So this is a COVID-friendly event. It's outside. We're going to have voice activation, dancing, moving, high vibrational foods, cacao ceremony, probably going to do my coffee sharing, but with cacao. And we're going to open up the day spa, Haga Health Center. That's right, we're adding and connect with yourself and others. COVID friendly, of course. We have 50 people tops, and it's all outside, and it's the ocean as well. So it's all good. If you're feeling sick, stay at home. Take care of yourself. So today's episode is all about judgment and jealousy when it comes to wealth. Ooh, it's a juicy one today. How do you feel when you see someone who has something that you want? Do you feel a bit jealous? Do you put them into a box? Do you make a story up around them? Do you say, they must have got that because they cheated. They're with that person because they probably got a lot of money. How much are you judging other people when you see them succeed in life? That then boils down to, how much are you judging yourself when you are not succeeding in life? How much of the quality of your thoughts are directed in the negative aspects of trying to bring someone down, rather than seeing someone and going, I wonder how they got that. Do you know what? I'm going to ask them because they got what I want and people are actually quite nice, so I'm going to ask them. Are you brave enough, courageous enough to do that? So I've lived both sides of those coins. Both sides being, I've seen men, women with things that I desire in life. I've also been the man where everyone looks up to and goes, how did he do it? I bet he did it like this. Or they go, oh wow, you're amazing. I'd love to learn from you. In my world, jealousy is flipped around to inspiration. We call that gelspiration. So when you're actually jealous of someone, you actually want what they got. And I believe that everyone is actually, when you're high up, people just want to help people. That's how it works. Once you're no longer surviving, struggling, striving to get to where you want to get to, and you got to where you want to get to, you want to be in service. It's like when you've got a girlfriend and you and your girlfriend are like really happy, and you got a single friend that comes around for dinner and you go, you need to find love. We could help you with that. We know the perfect person. It's like that. It's a gifting mentality. People genuinely, when they have what they need to survive, and when they're overflowing, they want to give. In one of my teachings, I was told that there are fountains which overflow with so much stuff, and there are drains. And we are both. There's people with a lot of items that they don't use anymore, and they just give it away. And there's people that need clothes or something and go, oh my God, that's a perfect piece. I'm really cold this winter. That's perfect for me. Fountains and drains. The fountains, they might have, I've got this thing I never use. I don't know what to do with it. It's just taking up lots of space. Oh God. And someone would be like, that thing that you don't use is exactly what I need. So that's how it works. Fountains and drains, overflowing with love, so you could give and gift to the world as long as you're full in yourself. And there are others who would pay good money just to be in your presence. That used to be my job, by the way. So jealousy, when you see someone who is thriving in wealth, has everything that you want, all the women are surrounding them, all the men surrounding them, you're getting triggered in your body going, they must be doing something bad to manipulate all these people to get what they want. You've made up this big drama story about them. None of it is true. Are you judging yourself more? Judging someone doesn't define who they are. It defines who you are. Judgment is a big price people have to pay to be wealthy, successful, and to be fully free in this modern day society. It's a shame that a lot of people don't know how easy it is to be free. It does take a lot of work. Does take a lot of meditation, does take a lot of personal development. But once you become fully free, become wealthy, this is the wealthy series this week, you will face the biggest price for that freedom, for that wealth, that success, for that fame, because the side effect of success is fame. Like, you're good at something, people want a bit of it, then people tell other people about it, and then the newspapers turn up and they go, okay, this guy did a really good thing, let's talk about him. Oh wow, everyone knows him now. Fame is just a knock-on effect of being successful. Successful is a knock-on effect of becoming a master of your craft. Become a master of your craft by enjoying something that you love doing. It's a knock-on effect. But here's the catch. My morning coffee. What's real for you right now, Shaft? Well, Shaft, thank you for asking. I'm just in the middle of a love stream talking about wealth and judgment. Ooh, it's the best one. So judgment is the ultimate price for freedom. It is the ultimate price that you have to pay for being successful. People will love you and people will hate you, and it will have nothing to do with you. The only thing you could do is keep on moving forwards, keep on enjoying what you love doing. It's like a famous football player. Let's use Ronaldo, for example. He's on the pitch every single day in action, doing what he does doing, and he loves it. He's kicking that ball, he's scoring goals, he's trying his best, and he's at the highest level. There are billions of people watching him. There are his teammates who criticize him. There's his manager that criticizes him and manages him and tells him what to do, but he still has to do what he has to do in that present moment on that football pitch. Then there's a crowd in the stand, and the people in the crowd in the stand are all booing at him. They're all cheering him, depending on what side of that football pitch you're on. He has to be present and focused. They're the people in the stands. They're not athletes, but they got a really strong opinion about Ronaldo's football skills. Then you got the worst ones. You know the worst ones. The ones drinking pints in front of a TV. They're really fat, got some kind of diabetes, a heart problem, or high blood pressure, and they're really shouting at the television. They're really going for it. Their whole lives revolve around this football game. Their lives, their emotional state, their blood pressure, their diet, what they put into their mouths, drinking and smoking, is really fueled by what Ronaldo is doing on that football pitch. And they're the ones that are just criticizing and getting really emotionally into it. They're not even in the football pitch. They're behind a screen, sat at home or in a pub with their friends or family, but they are not even in the football stadium and they're not even on the pitch. But they have a bigger opinion about everything. They'll probably tweet about it. They'll probably make a video about it. They'll probably tell their colleagues and work colleagues about the football match, and they will just talk about it until the next week, and they would have forgotten about it and then started again. So that's how judgment, jealousy, gossip, anything like that works. But in my reality, judgment, let's flip that to curiosity. How about you approach the person that you're judging and actually find out the true story behind who they are? You don't know how they got to where they are. And you've already formed a whole story about them without doing any research. You might see a little headline and get triggered about the headline, and you've already formed a story about it. But that's how headlines work. They're there to capture you. If you take time to watch a video, read their success story, then you'll understand why they are the way they are today. Once upon a time, people used to judge people. And it wasn't on social media. It was in real life, in towns and villages. Some of them had to face some consequences for being truly free. I'm talking about witches. So now the witch hunt is online. Our biggest fears are being not liked by people who we've never met. Our biggest fears is being ostracized by a group of people who we've never met. But these people who speak about other people, online I'm talking about, these trollings, these judgments, these comments, these things that we may or may not let affect us, these people hiding behind their keyboards, social justice warriors or cancel culture people or people who are easily offended, they will never approach you in real life or come up to you and smack you in the face and go, how dare you say that thing about that person when you said that thing and when you were that old. They would never do that because they are little snowflakes. Or they are not very good at human interaction. If you are like Ronaldo and you are on the pitch, you are working every day and you are grinding, you are out there creating your perfect existence. Do not let the people around you affect you with their opinions. People are just talking to you about themselves. Ooh, I wouldn't do that if I was you. That sounds risky. I wouldn't do that. Remember, they're talking about themselves. The biggest dream killers on this planet are the people closest to you. The biggest people who will affect you are the people closest to you. A simple example. On my social media, my Instagram, Shaft Uddin, follow me. I like to meet people in real life. And I say, let's meet up for a fika. And people get really inspired by me. There's not a lot of people who have double nose piercings. Maxine Bjork, Sweden's number one tantrika. I love you. You inspired me to get these nose piercings. She has 6 or 7. I can't remember. 1, 2, 4, 5. She has 5. And only me and Lakshmi Ma have 2. And this inspired someone to message me and go out for lunch together and have a fika. And she was like, wow, I'm so inspired by this, but I've already mentioned to my mum if I wanted this, that everyone's already said it's a really bad idea. It's a really bad idea. And I said, it's your face. Do what you want. I reckon it actually looked quite cool. You got a great face, a little bit of sparkle, you look like a fairy. Do what feels right for you. And then I went off by myself back to work here. And she sent me a message. She said, look what I did. I was like, oh, I don't see anything different. I don't understand. And I just ignored it. And then I saw it again a few weeks later, and she got her nose fucking pierced. She got her nose pierced straight after our conversation. Inspirational. And I said, what did your mum say? And she said she didn't even notice. Her opinion stopped her for many, many years to get a nose piercing. She got the nose piercing, and the mum didn't even notice or say anything. This is the point of opinions. This is the point of people's comments. This is the point of people who are judging you or telling you how to live your life. It's them talking about themselves. I have the most amazing mum. I've got mum tattooed on my back. But she isn't a transformational artist running sober raves in an amazing place in nature. She's a Muslim mother who has never traveled the world, and she gets all of her information from the television. Whose advice should I listen to? My heart or my mother? And I do love my mother. She's amazing. We're like that. I actually say to her, Mum, God, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to go so deep with my personal stuff. Moving forwards, you can watch my other videos. My mum's the best. Ooh, such a tasty coffee. It tastes like a Mickey Mouse coffee, which is sweets. So, talking about opinions and judgments. Don't let other people stop you from living your dream. My biggest practice now is to dream big. Once you leave your tiny town, your small group of friends who you grew up with, you'll meet other people at your universities, at the colleges, and they think a little bit differently. And then you start thinking and forming relationships with these people. Then you expand your consciousness a little bit more because your pinhole perception of reality, which is your small town where you came from or your city or wherever, gets a little bit bigger. going out to the big, wide world. And then you leave that institution, if it is a school, college, university, and you do your rites of passage, your backpacking, your walkabout, whatever it is to become an adult, to go independent and travel by yourself. Then your pinhole perception of reality goes a little bit bigger. And then once you travel the world, or you just get a job, you meet other people. If you go straight into getting a job, then your pinhole perception stays pretty much like this for the rest of your life until you're dead. But if you explore the world and are curious and go from one culture to another culture to another country to another country, from one bubble to another bubble, lose all your possessions, gain all your possessions, become super poor, become super rich, hated by so many people, loved by so many people. Like, if you've done all these things, your pinhole perception of reality gets a little bit bigger. If you become a leader and then you're able to lead people into amazing futures where you all co-create together, live in abundance, live in high vibrational spaces where you are not talking about your problems but talking about your passions, your pinhole perception gets even bigger. You let go of judgments because you stop judging yourself. Because every human being has a unique gift, but all you're seeing is the cover of a book that is unread by you. Don't judge a book by its cover. We always judge a book by its cover, and we have no choice. Our brain is like spider senses. When you meet someone, you've already read them. You've already tried to put them into a box. You've already judged them. You feel them if you're that aware. And they might make you feel good. They might make you feel bad. They might wear a red jumper that triggers you from a memory, or with someone who wore a red jumper once upon a time and it really affected you and traumatized you. Like, there's all these things, all these stories we have. When we meet someone, we're trying to put them into a box where we feel safe. It's like, okay, wears glasses, skinny jeans, must work in advertising, long hair, has mullahs, must be a spiritual hippie, let's talk to him like this. Your brain, you have no choice around it. What you can do is to breathe into it and let them speak. Allow them to share their stories. Ask them questions, curious questions. So what are you passionate about? What are you fearful of? What was the best sunset you had this year? What's your star sign? And then I do judge them. Especially if they're a Pisces. Only if I'm dating them. All Pisces are great. They only affect me if I'm going steady with them. Just so you know, Selena, Joe, John, talking to you. Let's be friends. Thank you for getting me in here. She's my boss. So, judging someone doesn't define who they are. It defines who you are. You're talking to yourself at the end of the day. You're talking about your opinions, but the key is to actually listen to people, be curious about who they are, and find out how they got there. Story time. So, for me, I only have one challenge. And I've spoken about this for 3 years. I've written a book about it on my website. And it's all over my Instagram. I had suffered from social anxiety, fear of approaching, and fear of rejection when it comes to saying hello to women. Prior to that, I was a walking god and super confident and bulletproof. But I suffered chronic illness for 3 years, which destroyed my body, my nervous system, and eventually my brain. And I was just a mess. And obviously, once you were this amazing, charismatic, sexy, beautiful, powerful man and then lost everything, then you have to build it back up again. No one understands the pain I was going through. Because everyone saw me as a highly charismatic, confident person. And even when I was very sick, people would still think I was something that I wasn't. I was just very quiet. Pain. Riddled with pain. I'll be talking about this in the third week when it comes to... No, in the second week when it comes to health. So my biggest challenge was talking to people. So when I saw a man in my community, I've just left a bubble, and that bubble is a very heart-centered, very cozy community where everyone's cuddling and like kissing, and intimacy is accepted, and feeling free around your sexuality is celebrated. So we live in a very free, open community. It's a beautiful place. If you want to develop your boundaries, if you want to develop how to say yes and how to express your desires and how to say no and how to say yes to that energy and how to say and how to reach enlightenment through sacred sexuality. That's a different thing. Can't talk about it now. That's in my previous stuff. Work for Royal Park Stockholm. So when it comes to wealth and when it comes to things that other people want, this was the one thing I wanted. I wanted to learn how to say hello and connect with women. And there was these men who would just have these beautiful connections and would dance freely with all these women and be surrounded by them. And me, because I've just suffered from a lot of illness and I had it once before and I lost it again, I was like, I'm jealous of that person. Now I understand jealousy, because I used to be that person and I don't know how to get there anymore. Fuck, I lost everything. And I start hating myself and judging myself and then judging that person who's surrounded by women. And then I would remember the words. Jelspiration, turning jealousy into inspiration. That man is surrounded by beautiful women and lots of men and lots of people, which means he's a nice guy. Which means he's going to be open to talking to me. So I went up to this person and said, hi, wow, you're amazing. Can we hang out and get a coconut? And I just want to know how you do this stuff. And he said, sure. I was like, great. He said, see you tomorrow on the beach. I was like, great, okay, great. I was jealous of this person. Turns out he'd suffered a lot of pain. He did a lot of work to get to where he got to, and his story was outrageous. Like when it comes to building up his confidence, the amount of work that he had to do and get out there. And he did more than just say hello to people. He would go out and do outrageous stuff on the streets and things like that to boost his confidence. So he did a lot of work to get to where he got to. And I'm just seeing the tip of the iceberg. Behind that was, for him and other people who are strong, charismatic, beautiful, with great hair, great teeth, great abs. They were fat, they had shit hair and really shit teeth, and they did a lot of work on themselves. We are just seeing the tip of the iceberg, the point of success, where we think, wow, I bet that was overnight. No, it took all these little steps to change their mentality, to become charismatic, to become confident. I 100% believe that confidence, sexiness is the ultimate form of wealth. People who govern the money and give you the money and give you the opportunities are people. That's where the opportunities come, not by working hard and in a job in an office and then waiting for that paycheck. If you are confident, sexy, well-connected and a people person and love yourself and you radiate this glowing thing, people would just want you around you, and then you would just talk about your passions all the time and people would go, remember that guy that came around who was like really fun? Who was he? Didn't he say that he really liked doing that thing? We've got a project on and we could get him on that. He'll be perfect for it. Because he was shining. Because he was radiating success and wealth, which comes from inside, even if you have nothing. That's how it works. People love people who are nice, fun, joyous people. People like people who are like, if you make someone feel good and not people pleasing. We're not talking about people pleasing. People pleasing is actually the worst thing you could do. It's like faking It's like faking an orgasm. It's not real. It's not authentic. Don't do it. You're just ruining yourself and everyone around you. It's called being authentic from the inside out. It's called being yourself. The hardest point of humanity, because if you are yourself, people might judge you. They might, what would the neighbors think? What would they think? Oh no, I better not be myself. Oh God, the group of people I'm in will just think I'm weird. Guess what? You need to celebrate your weirdness. You need to celebrate your uniqueness. People will love you. People will hate you. People will judge you, and it will have nothing to do with you. The way Ronaldo plays on that football pitch is the way he does it in that moment of presence. He's in the flow state. He cannot even hear the fat guy eating a hot dog in the stand. Sometimes he'll look over to his boss manager, but he is literally in presence. He is in the moment of now. The power of now. If you read Eckhart Tolle, it is all about being present, loving what you do, enjoying what you do, and becoming who you are through your purpose. Judgment is the opinion of other people. They are talking to themselves. The biggest dream killers on this planet are the people closest to you. But the thing you need to do is understand that they're talking about themselves and not you. You need to do you. You need to become you. You are amazing. You have this gift that could change the way we look at the world and ourselves, and you have the potential to change everything. Every single one of us has this seed. All we need to do is just keep on doing what we love doing. You've got these gifts that are given inside of you from the moment of conception of birth. These are your gifts. Some people might be good at singing. Some people might be good at art. Some people might be good at running. Some people might be good at maths. You just got these things. But here's the thing. If you're good at art, you can become good at maths. If you're not good at singing because you got traumatized when you were little because you couldn't speak out in public during this time in a Muslim place where you had to speak a poem when you're 6 years old, or your mum shut you down when you were 8 years old singing a Christmas carol, but you could overcome it and have your own song and everything on Spotify. Check it out, Shaft Uddin. So you can outgrow your blueprint of yourself. You have the potential to do anything you put your mind to. Wealth will come every time you put your attention to somewhere. Wherever the mind goes, the energy flows. Put it into something productive and that you love doing. Forget about the money, as Alan Watts would say. The money will come. You don't have to worry about that. All you have to worry about is enjoying what you do and sharing what you do, being in service. This is what happens with people who are doing well in life. They just want to help other people. If you're judging someone and you see them as successful, if you have an opinion about someone, approach them, be curious, ask them how they got there. People want to help people. I love helping people. My mantra for 2020 is, I'm here to help. Find me on my Instagram. I love going out and talking to people. That's my thing. I have to do it for my own growth because I need to learn how to say hello. So it's like a mutual thing. We cannot grow without each other. You can't reach enlightenment by yourself. You can't open up and become your true expressive self without the help of individuals. They will see that spark in you and they will help unlock it and nourish it. You need to be surrounded by people who don't judge you. I've hid in a bubble for 6 years, and I'm talking the most juiciest, most outrageous bubble that I was a big part of creating. I had to leave it due to the amount of judgment, not from my bubble, but from the bubbles outside the bubbles. I'm talking about communities and groups of people. That bubble has burst. It is over because I made that bubble so big that now it's just overrun by other types of people. I'm the old guy that always says, "Oh, it's not how it used to be." And this is why I'm here. a new bubble, which is called just the normal world. I'm so happy to be in the normal world. Turns out the normal world, which I judged, is amazing. There's less judgment in the normal world. Turns out I'm celebrated in the normal world, whereas in the spiritual bubble, I was crucified on social media. So it's a quandary, something I'm figuring out myself on my personal journey, which I share with you. What else I want to share with you is, if you want to come to a place of non-judgment, come to Sunday School Revolution every single Sunday, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We start on October the 4th. It's going to be great. It's super fun. It's sober. It's alive. If you want to boost your immune system this winter, definitely come to this event. Like, I don't get ill anymore because I do these practices. The ecstatic arts, I call them. I am a transformational artist. I'm a creator. I create, and I hope people are watching, or people come to these events and they feel something. I want the biggest platform so I could help you feel yourself. The mantra I live by is, I love my life. This is, in fact, I rewrote this. It's different. I've updated it because I'm changing. Here we go. Where is it? It's in my phone. I literally did it this morning. I love my life. Here we go. Find your purpose. So repeat after me and say it like you mean it. Take a deep breath into your heart. I love my life. Repeat. I love my life. Find your purpose and love what you do every day, so you never have to work another day in your life. Not COVID. I love my body. I love my body. You only have one body. Love it every day and learn to unlock its Not COVID. Oh God. Now I'm getting nose blowing shame. Just in case. People judge me that I'm ill. I'm not. Something tickly just went up my nose. Don't judge me. I'm healthy. Ooh. I love my body. I love my body. You only have one body. Love it every day and learn to unlock its infinite potential. I'm multi-orgasmic and so are you. I love myself. I love myself. Find inner peace every day and know that you are enough. This is self-love. Self-love is the simplest, most powerful revolution. And this is why Sunday School is all about self-love. So thank you, I love you, and I set you free. Have an amazing day. If you liked what you saw, thank you. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. This is something that I want to give to everybody. This beautiful gift of self-love, self-connection, conscious connections, conscious ways to connect. So we no longer have to judge ourselves, judge each other, but come into a place of curiosity and playfulness, turning jealousy into inspiration, gelspiration. Use that word. I love a word squish. This is how it works. You make stuff up. You will always get judged if you're a pioneer, especially if you're an Aquarian. You're ahead of everyone. You've thought of things that people haven't thought of, and they're a little bit scared. They're trying to put you in a box. What we need to do is keep on moving forwards. Here's to the crazy ones, as Steve Jobs would say. If it weren't for the crazy ones, some of them got killed and burnt alive back in the days. Those crazy ones are now getting socially media burnt up and, trolled and stuff. But we got to keep on moving forwards. Eventually, people catch up with our ideas. All the stuff I used to do 6 years ago is just normal now. No one judges me anymore around my old job as a tantrika and a coach around sacred sexuality. Like, it's just normal. So keep on being you. Keep on being the pioneer. Wealth comes from believing in yourself. When you believe in yourself, the world will believe in you. Pussy! See you Sunday.